So on Thursday, August 14th, we took the hopper to Exos, EXOS, which is an elite athlete performance gym in Gulf Breeze, Florida, for testing and filming with the Discovery Channel. The testing we're going to do is a side-by-side comparison of the hopper with free weights and determine the stimulus that the hopper as well as the free weights imposes on the body by putting sensors on the body and around the body and looking at the results of the tests. So Lucas is the host of the segment on the Daily Planet. We had a specialist in exercise, Stefan Underwood with Exos, and we also had a specialist in biomechanics. Sally Crawford is with Neuraxon. So Lucas showed up at Exos, and the first thing to do was get some body measurements so that his dimensions could be input into this Adidas MyCoach system. He also performed some movement exercises that Stefan was watching, determining his range of motion, his ability to balance, his coordination, and his degrees of freedom, and making sure that he's a good candidate or safe candidate to wear the EXO as well as to do free weight exercise. And then Sally put instruments on Lucas and assessed the body's response. So the free weights were kind of the control in this experiment. Since the claim is that the hopper mimics a free weight squat, he has to do a free weight squat in order to see how his body responds to a free weight squat. And what we're looking at in the response is muscle activity, looking at kinematics, looking at pressure in the insoles, and looking at heart rate. So in the hopper, we had him do a set of squats. He did 5 squats with an approximate loading that was equivalent to the free weights. The results were that his heart rate gets elevated in the hopper, very similar to how his heart rate gets elevated in the free weights, and his quad muscles respond very similar to how they responded to free weights as they do in the hopper. Then we looked at the loading pattern, and the loading pattern inside his shoes looks very close, and the kinematics range of motion look very close. So we're encouraged. We think that as kind of initial broad view of the hopper, it looks very similar to doing free weights. So the entire goal of this was to get about a 5 to 7 minute segment for the hopper on the Discovery Channel. And we spent about 11 hours at Exos filming this segment. And it took a lot longer than I thought, but it's pretty interesting to see all that goes into getting the shoot, getting all the angles, camera angles, retakes. Because not only are we just kind of filming the technology, but we're also trying to make it entertaining and interesting for the viewer. So the host said that the hopper felt more comfortable than the free weights. So that's also encouraging. Because we are now distributing the load across the shoulders as well as the torso, but still keeping the entire load through the hip joint, we're able to, we think, more safely load the body.